former combat vets, merging them together with former NFL players, Olympians, pro athletes in every way, just to kind of remind these guys of what their greatness is behind that uniform. Give them a team again. And, we've talked about it. The first part of it's like a 30-minute physical fitness type thing, just to kind of get you burned, but it's not a physical fitness thing. It's a mental health program where we're trying to build our vets back up from the inside out, build our NFL players back up from the inside out. And the reason why we put them together, and people go, oh, you can't compare the two. You're not comparing the two in what they've done, but you're comparing the mindsets, you're comparing the struggle and the transition, but you're giving them a team. Like, how freaking cool is it that you have a bunch of combat vets, your new teammates are all these NFL players and fighters, and how great is it, you NFL players, your new teammates are badasses, like my friend over here, JC Glick, who's sitting here, who did 11 tours of combat, or Kirstie Ennis, who you guys have seen, the girl with the amputee who got the Pat Tillman Award, or the Nate Boyers. Like, you got a bunch of badasses you can now walk this walk with again.
I think that's really interesting because you can't obviously compare the two professions in terms of what you do for that profession. But there's a lot of similarities in that when you stop being a professional football player or when you exit the military, your identity has been tied up with that for so long. In a lot of cases with football players, you were always the football player going back to being, 10, 11 years old, and now you don't know what to do afterwards. And I think that there's probably a lot of similarities and overlapping in those mindsets. So it's pretty cool that you get them together.
It's like it's really like your children. You're going out into the world, and even the great ones. So Tony Gonzalez comes in. Tony, man, he's one of the best friends I ever had. He's my son's godfather. And so I think I know pretty much everything about him.
What does Strahan think about that?
Huh? He's we're going through couples therapy right now, Michael.
Right.
So, by the way, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but Strahan made me godfather. He has twins. I'm godfather.
You're the godfather?
One of the twins.
Well, you didn't.
Who the fuck does that?
Is that why you didn't reciprocate?
Who does that? One of the kids.
Which one
so
did
I
you
said,
get?
if something happens to you, the other kid, she's on her own.
Yeah.
I mean, who does something like that?
Are
That's
they both?
true.
Are they both girls, or is it?
They're both girls. Yeah.
Okay, so you got one girl, and then the other. Who's the godfather of the other?
Not my.
Have you
not my problem.
hashtagged-
Not my problem. And I don't care. Doesn't know. And I'm actually not sure which one's mine. Anyway.
Have you hashtagged girl goddad?
That's right.
Yeah,
I
you should put that out there. Let everyone know.
But Tony's sitting in a session one day, and he just opens up to us. He said, I'm sitting there in Barcelona after I retired with my wife, and he said, I just start crying. And she's like, what's wrong? He said, I just realized I'm never going to be great again.
Wrong.
But imagine, like, that's Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Imagine those who played 3 years or 4 years who think that, or people who, man, they just felt normal overseas and didn't feel normal here. And that's one of the biggest things I try and tell these guys. It's not your job to fit in society. It's our job. It's society's job to fit in around us. You need to look at everybody like, motherfucker, you're different.
Right.
Okay? Different is good. Different leads to success. We have guys, like there's a guy, Elliot Ruiz, who's one of the first guys we sent with Chris Long up on his Water Boys expedition. Elliot, we met him, couldn't look us in the eye. Just, really, man, I was in the Marines. I had 14 surgeries on my leg, and my wife has to help me put my pants on, and man, I was like, wait, how'd this happen? He goes, well, I had this mission. I saved these American POWs. I said, wait, hold on, back up. You did what? Well, I saved these American POWs, but in the process, the Taliban, they sent a truck through, shot the truck up, flipped over, took razor wire took my leg, and man, I've just have a hard time. I have all these injuries. I have a hard time getting out of bed. I said, Elliot, let's back up again. You saved American POWs.
Right.
You saved American POWs. You need to. Don't look down. You need to look at everybody when you walk around the street and look at them and go, I ain't like the rest of y'all.
Right.
Right? That's how you need to start carrying yourself. And he says, so what do? I said, today. You change the way you view yourself today. And he did. He's one of the few guys who did. And he changed the way he viewed himself, went up there. They said he never really walked again. He climbed Mount Kilimanjaro with Chris Long. And he's done so much now to turn around to help other vets out in our community. And actually, for Bellator, we had a fight January 25th. We reunited that unit that saved the American POWs for the first time together, which was pretty badass. But these guys, man, it's about a team. I always fight. I still train these players, and I fight with Couture and all these guys all the time, because for me, with my depression and anxiety, a cage for me is a safe place, which is pretty fucked up and sad. But the work TV for me, one of my Fox NFL Sunday guys, man, the world is okay with me. I always live in the gray. Right. I never don't live in the gray. It fucking sucks. Yeah. I never don't live in the gray. But when I'm with a team, I feel like the world's a little bit safer for me. So in a cage, when I'm done with Randy Couture or Chuck Liddell or somebody kicking the crap out of me, that's when I feel okay. When I'm with my Fox NFL Sunday guys, I feel okay. The rest of the world, I don't really feel like believe it or not, I don't feel like I fit in. I don't feel smart enough or good enough, or it's just my own fucked upness. And I know a lot of these guys go through the same thing, so we can kind of relate to each other. Mm-hmm. And if you build this team, like I say, I'm fucked up, but I'm good with my fucked upness.
Yeah.
Okay. When you have this team and you build this team together, and the roommates in our head are talking, they're going to talk a little nicer to each other when we have a team that we build up. So every Wednesday night in LA, man, we get almost 100 guys together, crying, open up. No one's questioning our manhood, right? And that's what we're doing here in New York too, starting now.
It's great because a lot of people talk about mental health, but this is actively going out and getting people together. So MVP, check it out, 30th and 7th here, Renzo Gracie Gym.
Henzo.
How do you
They're
spell
spelled with the R's, so the Brazilian spell with the R's. So it's Hoist,
right.
Henzo, Hickson.
Yeah.
No.
The Gracie family.
There you go, the Gracie family.
They have like, it's actually crazy. If you look at the Gracie family, I think they have like 7 generations.
Is that
They
like
do.
is that like
I trained
Ray's
under Henzo.
Pizza,
Yeah.
where some people
It's
just
not
change
Hayes
their
Pizza,
last
though.
name?
It's
not
the
Hayes
Mannings of fighting.
They change their last name to like Gracie,
are the
and then they
Mannings.
open up a gym.
Well, I trained under Henzo in the 2003,
Yeah.
3, 4
Italian.
along those lines, and man, those guys are fun. But it's pretty cool because our first night we had here, we're having Randy Couture and Hoist Gracie, who won the first UFCs,
How you spell
coaching
that?
it together. Hoist.
R. Okay.
Hoist
Yes,
R.
Hoist,
Okay,
right.
got it.
Of course.
They're doing it together, but it's never happened. That's like for us, like Ali Foreman, like,
Yeah.
if they're training people together, and we train. Look, we have people in there who train that are amputees, that are fully paralyzed. We had so we had one guy, we brought him in. He's in a wheelchair, and we're like, we literally tell him, because I want to give everybody missions. I said, listen, our strength is what's behind the rib cage and between the ears. So it ain't the uniform, right? It's really what's behind here and the 6 inches between your ears. So I said, I'm telling you, he comes in, his name's Gerald. Gerald had been paralyzed for 6 years. We kind of looked at his MRIs and everything, and nothing, spinal cord wasn't severed. And I just looked and I said, dude, I'm telling you, we will walk this walk with you again. You've been paralyzed for 6 years. We'll walk this walk with you. Then I told everybody here, Gerald's our new mission. We're going to walk this walk with Gerald. And more so, I'm just trying to give them a mission, trying to, the brain's so powerful, see what he could do. And man, he's in there with us for a few months, and one day he freaking raises his hand, and he's like, I got something to say. And he starts choking up, and he said, and I don't want to start crying here, but he said, for the first time in 6 years, I felt hot water on my legs in the shower.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, there's this Navy SEAL who's sitting next to him who never talks, right? Because after the workout, that's where it happens. We talk about everything. Why you should be proud of your scars. Why you shouldn't put a fucking revolver in your mouth. Why you need to hang on for your friends. Suicide's an epidemic. Why we can't do that. And this SEAL who hadn't talked for the entire year starts smiling. And I said, what are you smiling about? You never say anything. He said, you guys don't know, but I had a training mission where he jumped out of a plane, landed the wrong way. He was fully paralyzed. They said I'd never walk again. And here I am doing this. So I know exactly how you are right now, and we're going to get you going.
That's
and then
awesome.
6 months later, he comes in. He takes 7 steps out of his wheelchair.
Wow.
You want to talk about, oh my God.
It's also,
oh my God.
It's an amazing turnaround. It's also amazing to think that his turnaround started with Jay Glazer looking at his MRI and saying, I believe that he can walk
with
again.
my Juilliard medical degree.
And that guy's
I
name?
don't know if you guys know, I played football at Phoenix College online. That's where I got my degree.
Yeah.
That was
but,
Usain Bolt.
it was unreal. But just the magic. I mean, look at our girl, Kirstie Ennis. I mean, she's had 45 surgeries. She's a Marine door gunner. 4 amputations of her leg, right side of her face dislocated, went through her neck. Front lobe of her brain was damaged. She has no memories before the crash. 7 vertebrae crushed. And she became the 5th-ranked snowboarder in the world. She just finished her 3rd Masters. She summited Mount Kilimanjaro. She got up there to the top of Everest, about 200 yards short. She summited Denali. The brain is incredibly powerful, man.
I love being around you, Jay, because it makes me realize, like, when I lay in bed and I'm like, I don't really want to go to the gym today. Then you come in here and tell us these stories. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to go to the gym tomorrow. So it's awesome. Everyone check out MVP.
Please,
please reach out. Jay's always open to talk about it, or some people on his staff.
And for those of you out there who do suffer from depression, anxiety, or fucked up like I'm fucked up, be of service to somebody else. Like that will help you through the grade.
Yeah.
And that's why I come on here. I know we want to talk about football and screw around, but I have to talk about it for my own. To help
it's
myself.
good.
Yeah.
It's way better to get it out there
Yeah,
than it
I
is
got to
to
talk
just
about it for myself.
keep it
Yeah.
inside.
It's
Yeah,
crazy because I've always
absolutely.
talked about it. My friends always know I'm crazy, but now it's it's like cool to talk about mental health, and I've always been talking about it, and people been shying away. Now they're like, oh, okay, now we want
let's talk about
listen.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking damn right.
If someone wants to help out with MVP,
Go to our website.
Go to your website.
Vetsandplayers.org.
When you show up to this, it's only for former athletes.
It's combat vets and
combat
former
vets.
yes.
But you can still help and contribute if
Absolutely.
you